Hey guys, today has been a travel day, and now that we are settled in Dripping Springs, Texas, I'm using my Instant Pot to turn one of our favorite soups into an Instant Pot recipe. So stick around if you want to check out how I turn our creamy pizza soup into an Instant Pot recipe, all while having a whole lot of fun.
You should have seen the way this guy backed up.
You would give him a pull through. Hey Crock Posse, today has been a travel day. This morning we started out in San Antonio and we packed up our bags and we moved to Dripping Springs, Texas, because tomorrow it is supposed to be absolutely gorgeous after several days of rain. So fingers crossed. We're hoping to check off one of our bucket list items and get to go see Hamilton Pool. So I'm crossing my fingers that you guys are going to get to see that on the next episode. But we've had a lot of fun today. We got settled in. We're at a really cool RV park that we really like at Henley RV Park. It's very, we just love how it looks outdoors. So, oh, Miss Ad's in the background over there. Saying, Mom, get that pizza soup done, is what she's saying. Anyhow, no, so we're all settled in, and it's me and Miss Ad tonight because Daddy's went off to an open mic and in Austin, which is nearby. And so I decided, since I hadn't cooked anything in the slow cooker and we went out for lunch, that I would use the Instant Pot tonight to be able to quickly put together one of our favorite soups, our creamy pizza soup, which also happens to be low carb, and turn it into an Instant Pot recipe, because I get emails constantly from you guys saying, hey, give us some more Instant Pot recipes. So here we go. I have been browning on the saute feature in my Instant Pot 2 pounds of ground beef. And if you notice, when you saute in the Instant Pot, a lot of times, or that's not ground beef, that's ground sausage, 2 pounds of ground sausage. If you notice, when you cook or saute in the Instant Pot, sometimes stuff gets stuck on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a can. This is a 14-ounce can of beef broth while it's still cooking, and I'm going to use a wooden spoon to kind of scrape some of those yummy brown bits off the bottom to add to more flavor for our yummy soup. Okay? So I think this typically takes 4 to 5 hours, and we were debating cooking it tomorrow in the slow cooker, but then I thought, you know what, we already have a video and it's already a recipe on the blog of how to do this in the slow cooker. So if we did the Instant Pot, then we could show you a new method and write a new blog post, and that also means that dinner tomorrow night will be the leftovers of this, so nobody will be cranky. Everybody will have food as soon as we get home, because we're hoping to have a big long hike to enjoy. So to that, I'm going to now turn this off, because I don't want it cooking anymore now that I've got those brown bits off of there. And I'm going to add 2 cups of marinara sauce. Now, if you are not eating low carb, add any kind of favorite marinara sauce, spaghetti sauce that you love. If you are eating low carb and you want to, this is the lowest carb pasta sauce that I have found. It's the Rayo's. I really like the tomato basil flavor, and I rarely use a whole jar. I only use 2 cups of the 3 cups that are in here, so this will go in the fridge for other recipes. Mikey and Addie love eating this over zucchini noodles, the zoodles, so it never goes to waste around here. So to that, I want to add a cup of water. So I'm going to use the same cup so I get all that yummy flavor. Hopefully, I can't see where the thing is. Give me just a second. There it is. Okay. There we go. Alright, enough now. Alright, we're going to add a cup of water to that. And and a tablespoon of Italian seasonings. One of the things I'm learning about my camper kitchen is I totally did not predict which seasonings I would need as well as I should. So I have been testing out the Fiesta brand. Most of the stores that I see around here call this the Texas brand, so I assume it's from Texas. I don't know. I haven't. Yes. It says General Office in San Antonio, Texas. So we weren't far from that. Okay, 4 ounces of drained mushroom slices go in. And then we have 2.25 ounces of drained sliced olives that also go in. And we're going to stir this up really good. And I'm going to wait to add the cream cheese until after it cooks in the Instant Pot. So really all we're doing with the Instant Pot is melding these flavors together, which should be a really quick kind of thing to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this, I'm going to seal it. And I am going to, I always cook on manual. I know it has a soup setting. If I hit the soup setting, it puts it on for 30 minutes. I'm not going to do that because it doesn't need to go for 30 minutes. There's nothing raw in there. So I'm once again going to go on my manual setting. And I also, when I do that, I like to turn the warmer off because I don't want the bottom of my soup to scorch. So I hit manual twice, and then I'm going to reduce this time actually down to 15 minutes because again we're just marrying up those flavors, and because I have so much liquid in here I'm gonna have to natural release anyways. So if I let it go for bring up to pressure for 15 minutes and I let it release naturally for about 15 minutes, then I should be able to flip it to quick release and not have a disaster on my hands. Now, if you notice, that went under pressure very, very quickly, and that is because I browned it in the Instant Pot, and so it already had everything kind of heated up, and so it didn't take as long to bring up to pressure. So, this is going to cook for about 15 minutes, and then I'll see you on the other side of those 15 minutes, and in the meantime, Mikey will share with you some of our adventures from today, of all the things that we got to enjoy, including a visit to Salt Lick Barbecue, which was absolutely the best time. So we'll see you in just a few minutes.
Japones cacahuates, or as we call them, Asian peanuts. Whenever I stop at like the local truck stops and stuff, I always got to get something weird I ain't never had before.
Yeah, like Slim Jims.
No, I ain't had breakfast yet, so I'm gonna.
That's why you're grouchy.
Those are delicious. Oh my gosh! Oh, look at that. They're low carb too.
No, they're not. Just because they punched a hole through the carb count doesn't mean that they went away on the nutrition label. Never mind.
Oh no! Don't, you can't park there, dude.
I think you can.
Keep moving. Go forward. No!
Come on.
So I was supposed to. We pulled into this gas station and I asked, how do you get out? And the guy said, just go around the building so you don't have to back up. The Budweiser truck showed up and is now blocking my way. Can you hear the cow creaking?
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't get... What are you doing?
Well, I'm not going that way.
Oh my gosh. I don't... Is that an out? That's an out. Look at you.
In full transparency, I walked up here and looked before I did that.
Oh, I was going to say, we just lucked out big time.
We are on our way from San Antonio to Austin.
Yes.
Well, we will be here in a little bit. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. What are you doing now? Oh, I see. Do you see? There's the problem. Someone got in the back and didn't fix
What happened?
Oh, Daddy left the bar out. Okay.
I have a feeling that might have got me in some trouble.
Oh, yeah. Especially considering we just went through all those cars.
And now we're on our way
Yes.
from San Antonio to Austin. Full tank of gas. The lady at the next campsite that we're staying at just texted me and said that they were going to upgrade our campsite from a back end to a pull through. That's always good when you're trying to be a happy camper, because even if you are good at backing, which I've gotten better at,
We've had some involuntary practice.
little tip from somebody who is a novice at this, little tidbit of wisdom. Anytime you don't have to back up is a good thing.
Yes. You know, what happened is the people from Livingston called her and said, hey,
You should have seen the way this guy backed up.
you want to give him a pull through.
Called Salt Lick Barbecue. I even asked the lady who runs the RV park up there where we're staying, and she said that it's awesome. I've heard a couple other people tell me the same thing, so we're gonna go check it out and see just how good dinner is. So we show up at the Salt Lick Barbecue place, and Addie's freaking out because they actually have a TARDIS here. But this place has its own winery, and I'm not sure what all these other buildings are, but this looks like it's a happening joint. Absolute meat heaven.
Sounds good, right?
So good.
Very good.
Bison ribs. So good. Also got brisket. That was a pork rib, but it's long gone. Potato salad, slaw, and beans. It also comes with pickles and onions. Oh, this is so good. Came in on a Tuesday,
Rainy Tuesday.
middle of the afternoon, and there was hardly anybody there. We spent about, 45 minutes to an hour. Seated immediately, and now the parking lot's filling up. This parking lot is huge. It's 210 paces according to the sign from one side of the parking lot to the other, and it's starting to fill up. I imagine this place, as popular as it sounds, everybody told me, anybody I met down here said go to the Salt Lick Barbecue, and we did, and I think it was good. Did you think it was good?
Yummy. Yes, their pork ribs are awesome.
I want to come back. They also ship, so they'll ship anywhere in the nation, so when we get back to Indiana, we might have to make an email.
Yeah, like 100 emails of pork ribs, please.
Miss I'd like the pork ribs. They also have a winery here. There's a vineyard on site. They make their own wines. Of course, they sell Texas beers down here that you can buy on one side of the restaurant. Outside of the restaurant, you go to their winery and you can buy beer there and then bring it into the restaurant. Something weird about Texas law, they can't sell beer inside the barbecue joint, but you can buy it on the property, on the other side of the property, and then bring it in, and they're fine with it. Go to the Salt Lick if you're near Austin, Texas, y'all. It's worth it.
correction. My Instant Pot did not automatically gain pressure like I said it did, and I was carrying on about it. It took a few minutes. I just realized it had just turned on. It hadn't went under pressure. So what happens when that happens, if you're new to the Instant Pot, is you'll set it for like 15 minutes like I did, and then it'll say on for like 5 to 10 minutes. And then eventually it'll start counting down those 15 minutes. And so that is, that's totally normal. I know that throws people a lot of times. I get texts from my girlfriend sometimes saying, hey, what's going on? The timer hasn't started. Do I need to deduct time? No. You let it build up the pressure. And once it has the pressure, then the time. So now I have a timer set actually on my phone right now telling me that in about 4 minutes, I can safely release the pressure. So I let it naturally release for about 15 minutes, and generally that brings all the pressure down enough for me to let it go, so I don't have to wait for it to completely go if it doesn't naturally release. But in the meantime, I'm going to shred up some mozzarella cheese, and I thought I might pop on this the camera to show you this because I'm like in love with this little guy. I had to get some smaller appliances to go for the kitchen, the camper kitchen, because I have a lot less space here. And I will tell you, I have fallen in love with several of my smaller appliances going, man, I like these better than the ones I have at home, which seem to be a lot more complicated. This baby is really awesome for those of you that hate how the lids twist, and are you ever getting the lid to your food processor on. The whole point, and this is Hamilton Beach, and I will try to find a link so I can put it down below and put it in our shop as well. We have a recommendation shop called amazon.com/shop/recipes that crock that you can find all the different products that we use in our shows and on our channel and on the blog. You'll find there. And so if I can find this on Amazon, I bought it at Walmart, and it was like one of the least expensive little smaller profile food processors. But the reason I needed a food processor is we like to use block cheese to make our shredded cheese a lot of times, and we do that because one, it saves money, and two, I find that the cheese is meltier and I just enjoy it more. So especially knowing that we were going to be gone for a long time, I wanted to be able to have this option. So anyhow, the really cool thing about this guy is everything literally just snaps into place. There is no sliding around or anything. It just goes on. Everything literally just pop, pop, pop. You don't have to turn or make sure something, it just works that way. So I'm going to go ahead and start shredding this. And I have the shredding plate, shred side up. And so I'm going to, it says pulse to shred or slice. There's a shred button. Okay. And so I just cut this, I think it's a pound block. I'll have to look on the package. I just cut it into 3 big chunks to run it through here. And then I will, yeah, it's a pound block. And then I will use a baggie to put all my shredded cheese in. Okay. Now, my biggest tip for this, and you'll hear me get on to Mikey all the time, and it's my tip even for bagged cheese at home that you buy from the store, because we do that for convenience sometimes too, is try to not touch it with your hands, because the less germs, to be quite frank, no matter how much you wash your hands, because I want this cheese to last for a while. So what I will do is I will put all this in a big baggie, and I like to use a measuring cup or something like that to try and get my cheese out of the bag that I'm storing it in. so that I'm not getting germs in my cheese and then my cheese starts to mold and all that kind of stuff. So, oh, my buzzer is done. So I'm going to hit that. I'm probably going to have steam when I hit this to vent. So I'm going to turn it and I'm going to turn on my fan to let it go. It shouldn't be sputtering liquid on me. And if it even hints at doing that, then I'm going to seal it back until it gets done. And give it a few more minutes, but it should be fine now. I'm going to click venting. If it is fine to vent, then I'm going to turn on the fan, let that go while I bag this up. Mikey will probably fast forward this while this does its thing. So, turning on the fan. It's fine. All right, this is your cue to fast forward, Mikey. Get all the air out of that. Now I'll be getting into this to make my bowl of soup here in a minute. Oh, I know a puppy that's gonna like this. Aki, come here, puppy. Want some cheese? Do you want some cheese? Aki likes it when Mommy shreds cheese because there's always bigger clumps at the end. But still, it's like way cheaper than buying it bags and bags of shredded cheese to shred it yourself. And I like the flavor and the texture when I do it myself. Okay, my pressure has been released, so it is safe. I'm going to shut this off. To open this sucker up, oh my goodness, it smells amazing. 15 minutes was perfect for this particular soup, and it's still a-bubbling. So this is a great time to stir that bottom and make sure that I don't have anything scorched, which I don't. And part of the reason that it's not scorching on me is I turned that warm feature off. So while it was naturally releasing for that 15 minutes, it was not scorching the bottom. And there is no reason to have it warming while it was releasing that pressure because it was still boiling whenever I opened it up. So there's that. I have 2 bricks of cream cheese that I have cubed up to make it easier for it to melt for me. So there's 1 and 2. That's the creamy part of this pizza soup. Oh, and Addie was like, okay, first of all, if you don't want it creamy, you can leave out the cream cheese. But speaking of leaving things out, Addie's like, Mom, you know those pepperonis we bought? I totally did not put them in. So let me grab those. Ideally, they would have went in before. They would have went in before, but I forgot. So, part of the reason I forgot is because they didn't have the miniature pepperonis at the grocery store we went to. So we just had to go with these bigger ones, which I'm just going to cut into 4s and pop in there so that they'll have bite-sized pieces and you won't have to worry about getting a big old mouthful of pepperoni and not being able to do it. But one of the other things I want to check, because I've not used this brand of pepperoni before, is I want to make sure it's not too spicy for everybody, because then that would... Nope, they're good pepperonis. Nice and good. Okay. So I'm trying to cut these into some bite-sized pieces. Pepperoni, again, is already cooked. Again, it probably would have been great if I had remembered, so that it would have went into... to meld the flavors and all that kind of stuff. But it'll be fine, because it's still going to warm up. That cream cheese is melting right now. Like I said, it was boiling on me a minute ago. I just took a 4-ounce package. Honestly, I'm not sure off the top of my head what we normally put in there. I think I probably measured it in cups because it was those many. I'll have that in the blog post so you can have an actual measurement. But I'm just stirring things up right now. It is looking delicious. But yeah, the cream cheese really adds to this. And I think I hear Mikey back from the open mic already. So he's come just in time for the soup. Isn't that convenient? I'm stirring, so hopefully you might have to fast forward this too, Mikey. Alright, so I have a bowl. I need a little measuring cup to get my shredded cheese out once I'm ready. I've got my extra chunks of cheese there. Aki is going to want those later. Alright, I'm going to scoop out a nice portion of this. There we go. Yummy, yummy. And I think the mozzarella cheese really makes it. So we're going to put some freshly shredded mozzarella cheese on top. Make it nice and yummy. Okay. And I'll grab a spoon. And I'm going to try and show you. You can see it right there. Yummy, yummy, low carb, creamy pizza soup. One of our favorites. We eat it all the time. And now you can make it in the Instant Pot. I'll also link down below the crock pot version if you have a few hours and you want to do it in a crock pot because you don't have an Instant Pot or you just want to use the crock pot. You can do it either way. So let's give it a taste to see if it compares to the crock pot version. Miss Ad's sitting right there, looking at me going, yeah, get the taste testing over because I want some now. I'm telling you, it is so yummy and it tastes very similar to the crock pot version. So this is done in a fraction of the time. If you have an Instant Pot, she's getting her bowl ready right now. That's what you're hearing. Definitely like the Instant Pot version as well, especially having it in our camper kitchen so that we can have the versatility of doing it depending on what the schedule is like. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, you like the pizza soup, you like our adventures, give us a thumbs up. If you are not already a member of the Crock Posse, please subscribe and become a member of our crock potting traveling family. And if you keep watching, we'll keep cooking and all will be well. Bye, guys.
Well, everybody knows you don't mess with a junkyard dog. She might just bite off more than you chew. You don't kick them around, you don't poke them with a stick. It's the last thing you should do. It's what you gonna do with a junkyard dog when it's time to loose on you. I said, what you gonna do with this junkyard dog when it's time to loose on you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.